How do owner-operator truck drivers who spend their work lives on the road find time to get to the office to do their billing and paperwork? Well, now they don't have to, because the Smart Trucker app lets them run their businesses from the road. It's a lifestyle upgrade for sure, but it's also helping them expand their businesses. Welcome back to another edition of The Angel Nest, where real angel investors and entrepreneurs partner to build great businesses. I'm David Hemingway. I'm a 5-time founder and now an active angel investor. And my mission here is to help entrepreneurs and investors find the right partnerships. We don't make or recommend investments at The Angel Nest, and this program is for informational purposes only. Today, we're talking to Jaswinder Singh, who has developed the Smart Trucker app, a tool for truck drivers who own their rigs and larger fleet operators to manage their businesses while on the go. The app accelerates billing, collections, and the record keeping that's required by trucking regulators, and it allows the time owner-operators spend off the road to be more their own. In fact, it was the promise of more time with family that inspired Jaswinder to start this business. He's proven the concept, and now he's ready to take investment so he can scale. We're also talking to Izzy Lozada. He's the managing partner of Fidelity Equity Partners, and we'll speak to Sonny Cooner, an actual Smart Trucker customer. Jaswinder, you're a biomedical engineer by training, and you have a successful career at a medical device company. I'm curious, when did it occur to you that you could use technology to help families like yours spend more time together?
David, the concept behind the Smart Trucker app is pretty simple. Smart Trucker app is an app that allows independent truck drivers to do most of their paperwork while they're on the road instead of, when they wait to get home. The whole idea for Smart Trucker started because my dad is an independent truck driver. After he would return from the road after spending days or weeks on the road, he wouldn't have very much time to spend with us as a family because he had all this accounting and billing work that he had to get done in order to get paid on time. So in fact, some of the only time I used to spend with him was helping him do all this paperwork. And this has been the same story for, millions of owner-operator truck drivers in the U.S. So Smart Trucker is a solution that reduces the time spent doing all the paperwork and using your downtime efficiently to do all the work.
So, Jaswinder, how does the app work, and what's the value for truck drivers?
The Smart Trucker app is a very convenient solution. It allows you to scan documents, then organize your documents into folders and subfolders. You can also sign and fill scanned documents, create invoices, and email to anyone. Unfortunately, the Department of Transportation requires that all drivers take a certain amount of breaks, as they're driving or they're on the road. So we designed the Smart Trucker app to be easy enough and robust enough that the driver can enter almost all his receipts, documents, while he's taking those mandatory breaks. And for a driver like my father, the results have been two things. The first one is that when he's home, now he gets to spend more time with the family, and you can't put a price tag on that. And the other thing is, instead of owning one truck, my father owns a fleet of 6 now. And that would simply not be possible without the efficiency provided by the Smart Trucker app.
So the app's helping your dad expand the business. There's obviously an economic payoff as well. Izzy Lozada, you're a professional fundraiser and you see all kinds of ideas in companies, but Jaswinder has made the cut for you. Tell us why.
Well, thanks so much for allowing me to speak and share on this a little bit, David. And I can tell you, we see a lot of companies like you imagined, and most of our interactions end up being a no because we have a large network of people that plug into us looking for, bright entrepreneurs with great ideas. And that's nothing short of what Jazz Singh is doing with Smart Trucker. He's a bright entrepreneur with a great idea. And I think, unlike a lot of other companies, so many people delve into areas and businesses that they really don't know anything about. And what's so exciting about this company is not only is it very timely, but he's got a backstory that makes tremendous sense, with his family being involved with trucking. So that was one of the many hallmarks of this idea that really attracted us to the company.
Business process software, obviously very popular with investors because of the huge operating leverage it provides, makes it very profitable. Think about Slack and Salesforce, for instance. Seems like this is in the same direction.
Yeah, it's highly specialized. Obviously, if you're not in the trucking industry, it may or may not be a fit for you. I'm sure there are other applications, but specifically for truckers and how that's going to continue to grow exponentially, having the ability to automate some processes and allow the platform to take care of paperwork versus this stuff flying out of people's rigs and dealing with it when they get home to their families. Most of the truckers today, these long haul truckers, it's small mom and pop operations, right? There is representation with thousands of trucks out there, but what I love about what Jazz is doing is he's applying it in the way that he did with his own family. He just wanted to be home with his dad, right? When his dad came home, he squeezed him around the legs when he was just little, couldn't barely reach his waist, and wanted to play catch in the front yard. And he's like, "Sorry, buddy, I got to get this paperwork done so I can get paid." Right. So after he grew up in this, he just really saw with his business acumen and intellect, there's a huge need here. There's lots of other families that are dealing with the same thing. So to get a dad back to his family, it's just priceless.
Jaswinder, what's the market potential for the Smart Trucker app?
So David, the trucking industry is a 700 plus billion in gross freight revenue every year. This represents approximately 80% of the U.S.'s freight bill. So approximately about 11 plus billion tons of freight is moved in the U.S. yearly. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, there's approximately about 800,000 private carriers, and 91.3% of those operate 6 or fewer trucks, and 97.4% operate fewer than 20 trucks. As you can see, small independent drivers are the backbone of America. They kept, the U.S. moving in even the pandemic. They're always there to help, the U.S. move forward.
Sonny Cooner, you're an actual customer of the Smart Trucker app. How has it made your life easier?
What it does is, right after I drop the load and stuff like that, I would literally take the pictures of everything and I scan it and put it in my email. That way it stays on my phone, right? And whenever I have mandatory breaks in between, that's when I send it to my dispatcher, whatever is needed, and I keep the receipt as well. And honestly, the best part about it is, I don't need to wait for the day, like when I got off, when I on the weekend, when I come home to finish it all off and get paid. Like the earlier, I will get it done and I get paid faster as well. It just makes it easier, so much of less of the paperwork and stuff. And then you can have contacts in there as well. Like I can have contacts of my immediate contacts, which can be my dispatcher or my certain people that I need to be contacted at, right? And that way it helps me to communicate with them without even going through the hassle on the other side, going to the main screen and all that stuff. To me, it's just the best part is, as I said, before I was spending too much time, and it just saves time, and it's really easy though. Like I can edit anything, I can sign anything. I don't need to right away on the point. I don't need to find a computer or something. It's easier. It goes even on the laptop or on the phone. Normally I use it on my phone.
So Jaswinder, the app is up and running. You're ready to take some outside investment for the first time to accelerate your growth. And it's an opportunity for an investor to really get in on the ground floor just as Smart Trucker's taking off. What are you looking for in potential investors?
Yeah, absolutely, David. So in an angel investor, I'm not only looking for someone that can provide the funds for Smart Trucker, but someone that can also help us grow the platform, the team, and also on the marketing side. The Smart Trucker app is there to help the small truck driver owners.
Izzy, would you tell us what you think the prospects are for this business?
Yeah, so Jazz came to our company a couple of years ago, and he's done nothing short of amazing, with his own capital, being able to build this platform. And now he's just seeking a few bucks to scale this a little bit more, right? And throw some gas on the fire that's smoldering. And now he's really just on a torrid pace, looking to scale this here, because I think what's going to be happening over the next 2 to 5 years is significant growth in the trucking industry and logistics, just because of our economy. Brick and mortar stores are going by the wayside, and more of these trucks are needed to head to warehouses and homes and distribution points. So it's really exciting what he's able to do. And I think he's got an excellent opportunity to potentially be an acquisition target in the future.
Jaswinder, next on your agenda is Smart Trucker for fleets of trucks, right?
So the original app, it started off just on iOS. Now it's also available on Android for download. There's a free trial available on both apps. We're also working on for fleet management, where, right now the app is mostly for single owner operators or, someone with a couple of trucks. But with the fleet ownership, it'll actually help do the billing faster for them. We're working on that as well. so where drivers can actually send the paperwork quicker, and on the back end, the invoicing gets done.
Sounds great, Jaswinder. Congratulations on getting the Smart Trucker app started, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, David, for having us.
If you're an investor who'd like to know more, or you'd just like to try out the Smart Trucker app, you can reach Jaswinder by going to the Messenger feature at smarttruckerapp.com. You can always learn more at our website, theangelnest.com. And now for the disclaimer that we don't make or recommend investments at the Angel Nest, and this program is for informational purposes only. We do not verify and cannot be held responsible for claims made by our guests or sponsors. You should always do your own homework before investing in any business, especially in private ventures. I'm David Hemingway. We produce The Angel Nest with help from David Newhoff. Thanks for listening, and here's hoping my fellow angels and the founders they support find their next great venture. So long until next time.